good afternoon, good evening, good night, old manners or greetings during your day. It's a type of news. I'm Dutch Perman. And that's Bruce Robinson. And we're here to talk to you today about 2610. Now, it's a very interesting number, isn't it? 2610. Do you know what that number stands for? I know what that number stands for. 2610 is a very distinctive number in our history. You know, it's almost like a foreshadowing of things to come. You know? Yeah. I'm having fun. Listen, I know that you don't agree with me on that. I know you think it's going to be 2511, but
I didn't say that.
You said that earlier.
I said maybe. That's a toss-up.
Well, we're talking about the by-elections here, guys. It's happening June 7th. Please get out and vote. Get involved. Okay? Because no voting is no caring. And no caring is stupid. Because you pay taxes to the end regardless. So, yeah. I do believe that this by-election is going to be yet another nail in struggling opposition's coffin, because I do believe that it's going to be a clean sweep for the PLP. And I know that Mr. Perman is running in what is classified as a safe seat, and I have heard that he's been canvassing quite well. I mean, I've heard good things about him, and both candidates really, especially in that constituency, really hitting the door. I mean, every time I open my phone, I see the PLP promotion of Curtis Dickinson and the other Curtis just pretty much just right in my face. So I know that their political machine is working. Now, OBA is, I don't know. I mean, Mr. Perman's working, and I don't know who's accompanying him, because the OBA can't even so much as take a picture and post it.
I didn't know what it looks like.
What? Yes, you did. Gene Atherton posted the picture. Well,
yes, I'm sorry.
yeah, you know what you look
like.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you might be related to him.
You'd be lucky. There's a strong bloodline. If he was related to me, he had took that constituency before he voted.
But the bloodline did get started with the
rape. You can say it. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Were you gonna say slavery?
No, I was just gonna say with the white pyramids. Jesus Christ!
My bad.
Just straight off the 12 years of slave deep end. Oh, yeah. Lord have mercy.
You just gotta take it way up there, you know.
Should we call Lupita and she will tell us your fool?
Well, we can call Lupita anytime you like. I'll tell you that much. But regarding these by-elections,
Black Panther.
Do you think that it's been getting that much?
No.
Notice?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it seems
absolutely not.
It seems like people don't even value the seats that are currently being held by government. Like they don't seem to care at all. And I mean,
it's either the OBA side is completely demoralized, and the PLP side is like, okay. I mean, we still win.
Yeah.
Even if you lose, we still win.
It must nice running a race like that, and you just already.
It's like
ahead.
It's like the Flash running from Jabba the Hutt. As people are pouring salt on him.
Because you know it's a slug. Oh God. I'm just trying to figure out what is Miss Atherton's infatuation with Justin Mathias, and if we should start rolling out E-News or one of those TMZ reports on, like, because
we can do that. Let us know if we should do that. I'd have no problem doing that. Why would you like a BMZ? What does TMZ stand for?
I don't know.
BMZ.
I just know they get the latest dating news and stuff, and I feel like maybe we should.
Or no, we're gonna call it something different. We're gonna call it PB, Pokey Bermudians. PAB, Pokey Ass Bermudians. That's what we're gonna call this show. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. That's what our new TMZ is gonna be called. New show. PAB, yeah. Pokey ass Bermudians.
Mr. Mathias, you want to explain to us your relationship with Miss Atherton? It's strictly business, I swear. Oh, are you sure? No, you know, like, we can do that.
I don't think you sound like Obama.
Well, to me he does, but
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Well, you see, I'm a little disappointed because, you know, when Jean Atherton won the opposition leader, she said, I'm going to put more young people in politics. It looks like you put a young person in politics. And I'm a little disenfranchised because, you know, he's the chair of the FBA and the chair of the OBA and the senator.
No, he was.
Well, he was. And he might be an MP, which would make him the youngest person in the House of Assembly.
Such a quick ride.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either.
However, what I do have a problem with is, where's the other young people?
Now you got Miss Nandy.
I don't think Nandy's gonna run again.
I don't think she has to run, but she could have been the chair of the FBA, for God's sake.
I thought she was for a time.
That's stand-in.
I don't... When she said I'm gonna bring in new people, I was hoping for like new young people. Not just like shuffling around the young OBA members who already have things to do.
Yeah, and I mean, this by-election is a perfect time for you to roll out a completely fresh candidate. I mean, I would have liked if you had just canvassed for a fresh young face, besides Mr. Matthias, to run along in the constituency in Mr. Perman's place.
I don't have a problem with them running Justin Matthias. What I do have a problem with is that he's the only person there under 30.
Yeah, but I mean, they wouldn't even give Justin a safe seat. He's running in a seat where he's surefire to lose. Surefire. But Mr. Perman is running a seat that could go either way. It's a coin toss.
Now that is a coin toss because I hear a lot of good things about Scott Perman.
Yeah.
Lots of good things.
Which would have begged the question of...
Why not switch those two?
Yeah. One that has a bit more experience in canvassing, go for the harder seat. Or at least a bit more experience in life, I guess, if you could say that. And connecting with people. And have Mr. Matthias run in the safe seat where he can get his feet back. Learn and all of that.
Because I think having Justin Matthias in the House of Assembly wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't see a problem with it.
I'm very meh with him. You know, it's meh. You know, like it's meh. You know, like I don't see why Miss Atherton has placed almost all her chips on him. And I mean, he might show me something new as an MP if he gets there, or he might show me something new in the coming time. But I mean, to put all your chips on someone that isn't really, because I mean, there's a lot of young people that I know that are very outspoken, that are very articulate. He has his qualities, but he's just not carrying the way that somebody that has all these chips on him should be carrying. Because I mean, Nick Kemp we always have to go back to Nick Kemp. He was making a very, very good stance. And I mean, right now, I feel like the only other person really doing great opposition besides us is Mr. Fay, who is not even in politics.
And they came right after him the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Not the PLP, the OBA.
Oh, I know.
They threw him right under the bus because...
You better believe it.
I was like, for stating his opinion.
His articles are on point.
They haven't come after us for stating our opinions.
That's because they disregard us as, you know, a social media podcast.
Oh, is that
yeah. They say, you know, these social media people, they're you know, they're just on social media. They don't really matter. Yeah, you know, PLP doesn't say anything. Oh, we don't have to.
I don't know if that's so true towards PLP because they all come talking to me.
Well, let me put it to you this way: if we were ex-senators or something doing this, they would be all over us. I mean, that's why they roll their eyes and cut their eyes at us now.
I guess Mike Fay really is the most hated man in Bermuda.
Oh, for sure.
By both sides.
But I mean, he's nothing but a fall guy at the end of the day. Him and Bob the Builder.
Can we build it? No, we couldn't!
They were just the vocal proponents of the party's angles. They were just the faces that you saw. I mean, you think that Minister Fay cooked up pathways all by himself? He just sat up one night and said, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this and just do it by myself."
That's why I don't agree with all the hate that Mike Fay gets. Yeah. Like, he did his job.
He was just the ballsy one enough to stand up and say it right to you guys and say something that was very unpopular by the majority. And he got up there and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna say it right now, right here, and I know people are not gonna like me, but that's my opinion.
He had balls, I'll give him that.
It's a lot similar to Mr. Mark Bean, who says certain things that people will very...
And that's why I liked Mark Bean.
Yeah.
I like Mark Bean. Always liked him.
It's like they show more respect. The people show more respect to somebody that, you know, at least pretends to be a politician and say the things that, you know, they want to hear, or dances around what they're really trying to do. Whereas Minister Fay, in his time, and Senator Fay, who held a ministry.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. However you want to address him, was one of the people that just kind of said it. And, you know, I'm not saying whether or not the people don't have a right to be upset. Of course you do. You're a human, and whatever upsets you or offends you, and no one can tell you that it can't offend you. But what I am saying is, I'd rather somebody walk up to me and slap me in the face and tell me, I hate your guts, da 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 da, than to be undermining my every way of life behind the scenes and causing me things and I don't even know they're there. Or don't even know they don't like me. You know what I mean? It's just how things should be, really, in my opinion. But, getting back to Mr. Mathias. If he does pull off the victory in this seat, well, I will consider it a huge upset, in my opinion. I will consider it a huge, huge upset. And I think that if Miss Atherton doesn't use this by-election to revitalize the OBA, then come November,
bye.
Yeah, just pack it in at that point. Because it's no reason why the OBA as a whole shouldn't be out right now canvassing. Because of the by-election season, it's a great excuse for your entire seat holders or your MPs to get out and reconnect with the community. I see Premier Bart canvassing with one of the Curtises. And that's, to me, huge. A great sign of solidarity.
That's huge.
I think that for us to not see this from the UBA, whether they're doing it or not, for them not to take the time to show us is kind of sad. And I mean, in my opinion, maybe they should learn a few things from the PLP when it comes to PR machine. Because the PLP's PR machine has been chugging along.
Just shake.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really sad that this by-election is kind of like almost akin to prom. Like, I mean, I saw that guy's prom puzzle.
Oh my god, I hate you so much.
I feel like his prom puzzle, the prom puzzle he did to that little girl, that was really nice, by the way, got more airtime and more attention than these by-elections. And I'm like, because I actually saw that video, I see shit about the by-elections. Yeah, and I'm just like, how can we as a country be so disassociated from our political system? And the politicians seem to almost disregard it as, well, we're just going to do what we're going to do, and that's it. And I mean, it's really sad that this population of Bermuda is very out of touch with politics. And I mean, it goes to show that neither side has been very impressive. A lot of people have voted the PLP in and haven't looked since at what they've been doing. So it's like, we have a population of...
Aaron Hill was looking.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, he looked too much. And he was looking for Uncle... Uncle Brown. Yeah, he shouldn't be looking for them. But it's baffling me. And I really urge Bermudians to look at who you're paying a percentage of your paycheck to. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have a stake in this, whether you like it or not. You pay payroll tax to these people. How can you not be concerned about who's taking these seats? I don't understand. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Because the average Bermudian mentality is that politics is just going to go the way it's going to go and we can't do anything about it, which is stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
But I hear that from so many people. So yes, I am calling all those people stupid.
Because you're paying money. That's almost like paying rent for a house and not living in it. Like
no. It's almost like paying protection to the mob.
Well, either that or you're paying a mortgage and you're not living in the house.
I'm trying to think of something a bit more hostile that can have more, negative benefits.
Have you paid a mortgage? That's as hostile as it gets.
Not true.
You're paying all this money and you're not even reaping the benefits. Like, this by-election is important. I mean, even though the ruling house and the opposition already decided, you should care about every one of those people that are sitting in those MP seats making decisions for you, making decisions on behalf of you. Like how this prom proposal bigger than the people that are running our country? I mean,
because obviously more people give a shit about prom.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Get involved. Some of you guys could have even probably been candidates as desperate as the OBA is now.
And that goes back to my main problem with what's going on in the OBA camp.
Where the independents at?
What independence?
This is what I'm saying. People are acting as though politics is happening around them and they can't get involved. You just have to put your name on a ballot box. Just go sign up and you could have run independent. And maybe even took a seat in the by-election with how fed up everyone is about these parties right now. And if the PRP feels like it's safe, I assure you it's not. I assure you it's not. Like, people have voted and walked away. So you're in power, but are you empowering your people? That's the thing. And many people are still not feeling like anything has changed. So really, neither part is safe. So as an independent or someone looking in, you could have gotten involved in this. So why are we acting like politics is some untouchable thing that...
Because it's always been seen as that and trying to fight. And the problem with the old people is that their mentality is like ingrained into them. The older generation of Bermuda is not open to new ideas. They are not open to new things. They are not open to realizations of what they've been taught and thought their entire lives might be wrong.
And the young ones are lazy.
Exactly.
And they're disassociated and they want things to happen around them but don't want to do nothing to get it done. Like, it's no freaking reason. You don't need a degree to be an MP. You don't need a degree to join a political party. You just need to have a vision. And
you don't even need common sense to join a political party because some of these think the earth is flat.
Satellites are a myth. But
space is a myth. Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
Yeah, and I mean, frankly, I'm going to tell you, a lot of folks might say, well, ITTP, you know, you're saying all this, but why didn't you run for the election? Well, that's quite simple. We have other plans, and they involve politics, but, you know, we can't reveal those plans right now.
First of all, why would we join any other parties?
Yeah, we want a party.
We would love to have a party.
But we can't join either one, but I do say...
I refuse to join something I don't believe in.
I could have run independent, but it's not where my political plan lies. You know what I mean? And I do want a party, but you know, we're gonna put steps in place to get that done. But regardless of which, I know that it's like, oh, so why you guys sit here and you say stuff, but where's the action? Oh, we've done tons of action. We just don't publicize it.
If you ask us where the action is, and you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it's like we sit there and tell you guys these things because we have gotten involved. You know what I mean? And we've seen the inside and we've seen the outside. And
no, I've definitely seen the inside.
Okay.
I mean, we could have easily just picked a side and ran for it. I mean, I don't feel that either side of them would be upset to have us. But I don't believe in signing on to something that I don't believe in.
Well, I want a left party.
Yeah.
I want a bit more left.
Not a right and a far right. And frankly, I'm not the type of person to really get into politics. I'll comment on it. I'd work behind the scenes on it. But my family went through enough when my dad was premier. Thank you very much.
Yep. And the work that we did behind the scenes showed us enough. But we now know what we need to do, and we're urging you guys to find that journey on your own. Find what you need to do to get involved. You know what I mean? Because it's a post that I just came across that I tagged my colleague Ian here about the Westminster system. Now, we have been proponents against the Westminster system.
Now get rid of that and I'll join politics. That's a deal.
Yeah. But I mean, I do see kind of like a straight up ripple effect of folks now stepping up into politics with this, you know, LGBTQ case going on and all that. It's like it is happening, but we have to have that same Bernie Sanders effect that America had, which galvanized.
Everyone should have universal health care because it's great for everyone, and we need to stop disparaging between the whites and the blacks, and you know, we just need to just do better, and all of us will be okay.
We need to stop worrying about independence and stop trying to make a can of soda $6. That's not good for the economy. That's not good for Bermuda.
That's exactly what happened.
That wasn't bad.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
You know him and Larry David, the cousins?
I could imagine what that conversation might be like.
I would
But
pay to see that.
I do believe that we need to have that sort of politician really hit the ground running, trying to get the youth involved. Because I mean, we do, and we get a lot of messages from people overseas who are in college and
Even people, I
people
get
here.
people grab me.
Yeah.
This guy pulled me out of line at the grocery store the other day. I'm like, Brenton, you gonna buy my groceries?
Yeah, but even for
Not
us,
even that. I was at a party Saturday night. The young man came up to me to speak to me. It happens. Young
even
people.
for us, it's hard to get them.
But what I'm upset at the OBA about is you've had 10 months to get young people involved. You've had 10 months to incentivize young people to engage. You've had 10 months to produce candidates that are young. But I don't see any of that. I mean, I remember there were a couple of FBA meetings that were going down, but I haven't heard anything from them since.
Yeah, some recent, but it's not young
Really?
people. Yeah, but my thing is, with the PLP, you know, I saw Generation X at work. And some would say that they were actually very, very useful and efficient during the election.
They were.
And I believe that I think it was Minister Keynes who had his daughter running his political
Mr.
campaign.
James had his daughter involved in it. They had Generation Next involved
Yes.
in it. A lot. They had young people.
Yes, and though we don't necessarily see eye to eye with Generation X or young
Generation
folks.
Next still exists.
Oh yeah, of course they do. We might not see necessarily eye to eye with them, but we do understand that they are fellow young people like us. And even though we are young people, we're not spring chickens anymore.
What was that word? Not young people.
I mean, we're young people, but I mean, we.
What, you calling me old?
Oh yeah, you old for sure. But we're talking about we want the 16-year-olds and the 18-year-olds to get involved. You know, because I mean, we're heading over the hill as far as young people go. Like we're in the young adult category. We're not young people. You know what I mean? So once we hit that 30 mark and we're full-fledged adults, it's like, you know,
battle axe.
who are we gonna look at from the generation behind us? You know, the 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Who's gonna step up there? And this is what I feel like these by-elections should be about. They should be about engaging young people, getting them involved in the political system. Because really, this by-election has no other purpose. It doesn't change whether the opposition is the opposition or the ruling house is the ruling house. So let's make it about something that's important that can ensure our political future and the future of our country. Get them involved. You guys should both be going to primary and seeing the little kids coloring and, you know, going to middle school and talking to them about the system and how our Westminster system works, and going to high school
Maybe
and saying,
do some
hey,
prom proposals if you want to get some views.
yeah, well, you can't take none of them, don't mind us.
That's that is statutory.
But I would have loved personally if, you know, one of the parties took on a person as an independent candidate and kind of taught them how to run. It's not that they win. If they win, that'd be funny. But I mean, it would be nice if...
I think it would even be better if one of the parties took willing young people canvassing with them.
Yes. Things like that.
Obviously we have good ideas.
Yeah, we just...
Maybe we should start a party.
Wait on it.
Wait for Premier. Y'all ain't getting me.
Well, here's the thing. This small change...
You have to do the Bernie Sanders hand to get in there, though.
Oh, Bermuda? Yeah, you know, I can do it.
Listen, we're gonna do better. We're gonna forget about the OBA and the PLP because they're both crap. And
Okay, I can't say that. They're not both crap. They have crappy aspects of them.
I just feel like politics as a whole has become very stagnant. We've come to a point worldwide where some of the same people have been sitting in those chairs since we were in primary school, and this is worldwide, and therefore it's stagnated, and new blood is just so disenfranchised.
Some of those people have been sitting in those seats longer than we've been alive.
Yeah, and the millennial generation is kind of just, I'm not really involved, look at me, you know, I don't want to be put in a box, or don't gender specify me, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, listen, millennials are adaptive. They're innovative. You know, they get great ideas. And the old generation is staunch and stuck and sturdy. But each one of them brings something to each other. And if the millennials continue to, I don't want to get involved. Look at me, I'm 24 and I'm still at home and I just want to open up a clothing business. You know, and stuff like that. That's nice. It's fantastic. But how about getting involved in the direction that your country's going? Because your clothing business ain't going to be worth a salt if dollar drops and IB leaves and tourism goes to pits and, you know.
What Spider-Man said in Avengers, you can't be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there's no neighborhood.
Exactly.
Perfect line. There you go. Boom.
And that's just what it is. It's like millennials have to stop floating around. Like, we are no longer fresh-faced 18-year-olds exploring the world. You know, we're heading into 24, 25, and it's time for us to get involved in where our money's going. And the fact that, you know, we criticize the older generation, like my colleague does all the time.
Yes,
but
I do.
a lot of times, us millennials need to turn that kaleidoscope right back on us and say, why are these old guard fighting so hard? Why don't they put the battle axe down? Because none of you prissy millennials want to pick it up. Okay? You're just, you know, and I'm just...
Accept me for what I think I am, not what I really am. Yeah.
Oh, those old politicians, they won't listen to me. It's a lot of people that I see Facebook posts and Instagram posts with so much political intelligence. Like, it is people in our generation that are putting up posts, and I'm just like, yes, this is what I would like to hear in the House of Assembly. But then they say, you go, why don't you run? Why don't you do this? And you say, well, I got my music career coming off, or I you know, I want to be a model and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, that's great, that's fantastic, but at the same time, there's no reason why you can't do both. Like, you can be a political advocate and still be a model. In fact, a lot of people do that. Okay, a lot of people do that, and it takes preparation.
Simple as that. If you feel like the old people aren't going to listen to you, make them listen. That's what we did. That's what we do. They listen to us.
Yeah, they can't ignore
because
us.
after we say something, oh Lord have mercy, do they come after? The siege always starts, but them walls never come down.
But there's a lot of older folks that are innovative, and you know, it's just like people in each generation. You know, they want to see change, but they don't trust that the millennials will take up the fights for better Bermuda and worldwide. Will take up a fight for a better planet if they put the axe down. And I feel like millennials need to start stepping up and, you know, really getting involved in, you know, preserving our country, because it is a lot of stuff happening with our reefs and our ecosystem that is also very vital to our way of life and also to tourism. Yeah, that people are not talking about right now. And I do believe that a lot of young people can bring these things to the forefront, because I mean, we try to get everything. we try, but we're only 2 people. And it's like we are putting together teams. Yes, we are doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but that stuff would take time, and it would be a lot easier if there was a lot more of us who were trying to save this country and not just move away and then move back and just not even give a crap, or, you know, talk down about Bermuda and how it's this and how it's that. Well, make it something better. How about that? If you're going away to the UK and you come back, or you're going away to Jamaica for school and you come back with a great medical degree or something like that, make this country better. Because it don't make no sense sitting around there and crying about what you can't do in Bermuda, and get out there and do something. You know, like, I cry about entertainment industry, and I'm getting out there and I'm doing something about it. It's very small scale right now, but it's going to get bigger. And I'm doing something about it. And it's time that we all do something about what irritates us in this country. If you feel like it's not any innovation, innovate something. If you feel like there's nothing to do, create something to do. It's really... I understand that we have a country where it favors monopolies and it favors people that have been around longer, and it's hard for someone to break into an industry or something. But
just because something is and has been doesn't mean it needs to be.
Yeah. It's our issue right now in Bermuda is that we have an old guard that has politics, it has business, it has everything. And new ideas or new budding things cannot break through. But the only reason they can't break through is because they're not willing to sacrifice. And when I say not willing to sacrifice, I mean, yes, there are business owners out here who have taken the plunge and they are sacrificing. But what I mean is millennials are not willing to sacrifice to get through that ceiling. And that is something that the old generation has over us a millionfold. They will lay their lives down on the line for something that they believe in. Whereas us millennials like to put our toe in, you know, I'll support you there for Facebook posts or something, but you know, it's like we put our toe in, you know.
I think we got more than just our toes in.
Well, right now, and yes, people can say, well, millennials have a lot more stress because, you know, the older generation messed everything up and now we got to pay a lot more, we got to do a lot more. Yes, that's true. But who is concerned about the generation after us? If we're going through what we're going through now,
What is that?
what are they
Generation
gonna do?
X?
Yeah, you got that right. Because if we don't do something now, it will be X. If we don't step up and say, okay, it's time for us to change.
Maybe we should find some infinity stones and just snap our fingers and fix the problem.
I wish.
You and I both.
But, you know, we can go on about this for hours. But the main thing is that all of these establishment-based things, monopolies, oh God, how industries can be broken. And that doesn't always mean that you have to start something new. Sometimes you just have to work your way up into these industries and change them from within.
Essentially.
So what are we waiting for, pal? Because, I mean, I know I'm not waiting. We're doing a lot. And it's going to come to fruition later on down the line. And then you're going to see why we sat here and preached and preached and preached like we did. Because when it comes to fruition and we are able to launch these plans, everybody will say, oh, that's why they were saying get involved. Oh, that's why. And it will make sense.
Yeah, true.
But I'm not willing to wait 5 years for that.
I'm not willing to wait anybody's time for that. I ain't got time to waste.
So regardless of these by-elections, pay attention. Pay attention. Because regardless of the outcome, our population is looking everywhere but to who's making the decisions. So that's all for me, because I got really old and I started ranting. But that's how it goes when you're an old fella like me.
Not you, old bastard. Check out later.
It's been this type of news. I'm Dutch Pyramid. That's Bruce Robinson. Pay attention, Bermuda. It's up to you. Only you can stop forest fires.